What up, what up, what up? It's your boy BTG, aka Bust Them Guns, back at you again. Today we're going to talk a little EDC. The evolution, which leads to the rotation, and what all goes into that. A lot of people recommend EDCs. I think EDC is a very personal thing. It's hard for somebody to recommend what's best for you. All they can really do is share their story. So that's what I'll do. First, let's just clear the guns. Make sure everything is empty. Nothing in the magazine. Nothing there. We'll clear over here. Nothing in the magazine. Pull that out. And we'll rotate up here. Nothing in the magazine. Weapon is clear. And we'll finish right here. Nothing in the magazine. Weapon is clear. So, EDC. Most people, if you've been in the guns for a minute, you pretty much are likely have a rotation of EDCs, whether it be one or two guns or two or three different guns. But it doesn't usually start out like that. Most people start out with one gun, and then that kind of evolves to adding on or rotating until you get to where you want to be. And what determines where you start? Well, it varies per person. It's driven by different things. Sometimes it's driven by price. Sometimes it's driven by exposure, what you know, what you don't know. You get what you can get until you can get what you want. You know, sometimes it's driven by all that. For me, I started out at the top here. This is Taurus G3C. I started out with actually the G2C. The G3C came out. Not much of a difference. It takes Glock sights. That's about it. So I rotated to this here. And this is what I carried for a while. 12 round magazine with backup 15 round. And that was the regular EDC. Kydex holster, carbon fiber look. But that was me for quite a while. Time went on. I upgraded, rotated to the Hellcat. So Hellcat, similar setup, Viridian laser on there, got the red dot on top. Here, 15 round magazine, Kydex holster, and same setup. Optional additional 15 for the side. And this was my regular EDC for quite a while. From there, I had my eye on the Glock, the 43X. That came out. The 43X was just a much better fit for the hand. That was just a real natural fit. At the time, it was only 10 round magazine. I don't think the shields were out initially, shield magazines. So this was my everyday. Strapped it up, TLR6, laser light combo. Put the shield, RMSC on there. And this was my regular everyday carry. Finally got the shield magazines. Once they came back in stock, that was the ordeal in itself, trying to get those. But finally got the shield magazines, Kydex holster, and this was my everyday carry from that point on. As far as the setups, it just depends on the situation. Sometime I rocked it with the soft holster, with the side saddle hooked onto it, additional shield. Sometimes solo, just in the Kydex, with the dual mag setup. So that's 2 shield magazines with 2+5s on it on the side. So I carry it to 3 o'clock. So this on the 3 o'clock, this at 9 o'clock. And I rotated between the Hellcat and the 43X. Just kind of depending on what I was doing. The Hellcat's a little lighter, a little bit smaller. If I wanted something a little more compact, I rocked the Hellcat. But other than that, for the most part, I was carrying the 43X. Time moved on. I wanted something a little more firepower. So I went to the 10 millimeter. This is the Springfield XDM Elite Compact 10 millimeter. And I rock it with the 11 round magazine or 10+1. And for the backup, I've got the 15s. So the side saddle with 2 15s in there. Got it hooked up with the O-Light, the Ball Deer Mini, laser light combo. with the Hex Dragonfly. So that's the setup. So that's my, if I want something heavy, usually at night, this is what I'm packing. I did have a crossbreed holster, leatherback, Kydex front, but it was just bulky. It felt like I had a whole lot on my side. I mean, the 10mm, this is compact, it's got a little weight, but for a 10mm, it's actually pretty decent for a carry for EDC. So it wasn't bad at all. I matched it up with this. This is a Houston holster, soft holster. Nice and sleek, fits comfortable on the side. It carries just like a small pistol. So this is real comfortable to carry. And then my EDC pretty much became a rotation of 3. So it's either the Hellcat, it's the 43X, or it's the XDM, the 10mm. The Taurus, the G3C is pretty much out of rotation. It's pretty much just a range toy now. So I retired that. But between these 3, it really just depends on what's going on, what you're going to carry. And that's kind of where most people are. This works for me, but it may not work for everybody. So it's your comfort level. It's where you start, what gets you to where you're going. And the more you expose to different firearms, the more you see, the more you like, the more you'll add. But you'll get to a point where you'll have, in my experience, a comfortable rotation of at least 3, sometimes just 2. But for me, most of the time, it's going to be either the Glock or it's going to be the Springfield. Hellcat, usually if I need something lighter, but usually it's these 2. And that's my EDC story. It starts, it evolves, it gets to a rotation, and then that rotation, my experience, holds steady for a while. That may not work for everybody, may not apply for everybody, but it's going to constantly evolve. Just know that. Where you start is seldom where you're going to end up. And how you leave the house, it's just going to rotate depending on your situation. So that's my EDC story. I want to keep it kind of short and sweet, didn't want to drag it out. I'm your boy BTG, aka Bust Them Guns. We'll be coming back with a full review on the XDM. I haven't really reviewed that. And we'll talk a little bit about the 43X. 2 common pistols, but mine is mine and my story is my story, so I'll get around to reviewing those. But for now, that's it. Holler at your boy, support the channel, like, comment, surprise, like, comment, subscribe. Be glad to hear your comments. I'm out.